G'day everybody. Well, this is going to be a bit of an update and a question video. The update will come a bit later on, but I just want to ask a few questions on how to wire up and run some different types of electric motors. Starting with this one. It's a 3-phase induction motor out of a washing machine. It came out of exactly the same make and model as the one I was messing around with at my grandpa's place. It's a LG IntelliWasher, 7 kilo machine, all of the usual rubbish. And what I'm wondering is, can I actually run this on single phase? And if so, how can I do it? Because these don't actually have the standard terminal block on them. You've got, presuming if it is actually 3-phase, which I think it is, you got L1, 2 and 3 coming in the top here, then the ground going to the metal casing, and that's about all I really know. That's all speed controller, that does nothing. Not really need to worry about any of that. But if anybody knows how to actually get these running, either via a run cap across one of the sets of windings or something, let me know, because I'm actually very keen on trying to get this motor working. I was able to get the belt and everything for it as well, so if I can, it's also got good mounts and everything, so I can actually just bolt this down to a table or something, or clamp it here and be able to run one of my model granulators or something off of it. But yeah, it's fairly old. It's about 10 years old. I don't even know if they make these in this style anymore, but if anybody's got any idea on how to get it running, comments would be greatly appreciated. And also, that's the VFD from it. I didn't actually get time to do a full autopsy on the machine, or I couldn't, because the guys who were giving us the new machine, they were taking back the old one, but the guy said I could pull a motor out, so I just quickly hacked all this out and kept it, and the rest is probably at the scrapyard now or something. I don't really know where they take the old machines, but yeah, that's the VFD for it. I don't know, I believe that might be a rectifier or something down on this heatsink here. Presuming if it is an IGBT that's running it, that'll be what's under this. Although I can't actually get out into it because they've put this jelly stuff, they've submerged the whole board and everything in it. It's very tough stuff as well, so it's going to be nasty to even try to get this out. But if I can actually run it through that as well, that'd be kind of useful, because I can use that to control the speed of it, which is basically what this was doing to it when it's in the machine. My other question I've got to ask is actually on this. It's the old Tecumseh Kirby refrigerant compressor that I pulled apart a while ago. I've actually put it back together as a bit of a display piece, and I do want to try and see if I can get it running. I did do a multimeter test on the windings, and they checked out pretty good. The good thing is that Tecumseh, not only do they have this particular compressor on their site, but they've actually got what each of the motor windings resistances meant to be. And testing it, they actually came pretty close. So it's the main winding, which is the run winding, is 3.6. The start winding is 10.6. And that was basically something I could compare it to make sure it was correct or not. But I drew that up as well just to familiarise myself with it. But you got that being the common up the top there. You've got start winding here, and then run winding being on the other side. So going common to start is 10.6, common to run is 3.6, and then the difference between the two from going start to run came up 14.1, and that actually, you don't really need that unless you're working out what these other two are if you don't know it, but that should it should run, hopefully. It's pretty close to the factory settings, which is what all of this is. It's got locked rotor amps, 20 amps. It draws, if it's seized up, it'll draw 20 amps and probably blow up any circuit breakers. Rated load amps is 4 amps, so that's if I were to block up the discharge and put it under a load. Oil type is polyester. I'm gonna have to get some of that for it as well. I pretty much lost all of the oil down my leg when I was carrying it home. I was on a train as well, so it's kind of funny. But yeah, I figure Actrol actually sell Manurop refrigeration oil, which is made for the big Danfoss Manurop compressors. But that should actually work in this. It's polyester, which is what this takes. But the main focus is actually getting it running at the moment. With yeah, I've checked it all out alright. But anyway, getting back to the question, do I need a relay to run this? I didn't actually get to see the cap or anything when I found it. It was just the compressor. If anybody's had any experience messing around with these, the Kirby's, do they need a relay or not? Because I figured a 10 microfarad 400 volt cap would probably work alright on starting it. But that's about as far as I can really go with it. Of course, I've got all sorts of different caps and things I could try on it. Although these are actually ballast caps for lighting ballasts. They may not really do. 25 mic, 250 volt microwave caps and things. That was out of these two actually came out of a massive email air window unit aircon that I pulled apart a while ago, long before I got the channel. But that's 45 microfarad, 370 volt. Yeah, it may be big in physical size, but it's not big in what it's rated to. I've got a lot bigger ones. Yeah, they may be in a baby mini supermarket trolley. Don't ask where that came from, I do not know. I've had it for ages, but it's just good for storing the caps in. But, anyway, I'll sort of conclude this for now. Yeah, if anybody's got any ideas on where I can get a relay for this one, and whether I can actually run this one or not, feel free to let me know, leave a comment, be greatly appreciated, and I will reward you by doing good videos on getting these two to run. Just a quick update on how things are going at the moment. I've had a bit more of a clean out around here. I used to have a whole pile of rubbish here, but I've just ditched it. I had the mower as well in that space. But since the chassis on that was too smashed up to really be bothered trying to fix, I ended up just pulling the engine off and ditching the rest. I made a nice jig up for the engine to sit on. That's down in that corner there in storage. So when I do find a nice chassis for it, I can put that on and get that working properly. Yeah, generator's working alright. I'm going to be probably fitting a circuit breaker to this. So I'm going to put a 16 amp breaker on just to protect the windings on it. It's 12.5 amps it's rated to, but I figure a 16 amp should keep it out of trouble, just because if I do put something on that goes faulty, I don't want to destroy my good gen set. But other than that, the motor's working fine on that and everything. And yeah, I'm hoping to do a few more videos on that. In fact, talking of videos, unfortunately, since school's starting up in about 2 weeks, I'm going to have to try and do as many videos as I can in the time that I've got, because I'm going into year 12 and I'm not going to be able to get out here as much to do stuff, so I figure I'll do as many videos as I can now, and then throughout the year I can just upload them. So yeah, unfortunately you may not be seeing very much stuff, but what I will put up I'll try and do good at. But yeah, there's not going to be much going on throughout this part of the year, since getting into VCE, which is Victoria's final year. I've really got to pull my finger out and just do as good stuff as possible, and just get the VCE so I can finally go into refrigeration at TAFE. So that's what I want to try and get into, working with those. I enjoy it's something that I really would like to do more on, messing around with refrigeration gear, but unfortunately not having the license or anything, it's just really hard. So yeah, anyway, that's stuff's going good. I've got to do another video on rebuilding that siren. I've got to rebuild the bottom rotor, the that thing there, the turbocharger impeller, which I put on to keep the back panel centralized and keep it stable, has actually broken off. So it's going to be a full video on just putting that back together and improving it, make it run a bit faster. I've also got to put some metal rings around here as well, just around these outer edges, just a couple, like one there, and one there, to basically help amplify the noise, make this thing as loud as possible. I do want to try and spin it up a lot faster next time I run it, which probably won't be until I go to JCar next and get another tube of varildite if they sell it, because I've got to buy another fuse for the variac, which I haven't done yet, and also fix up the fix siren up, as well as get these two running as well. I do want to do that. But anyway, hope you're all well out there. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more.